situation, okay? You pass that out for me, please. As I came to you all back on July the 5th, I gave you a proposal that I had drafted up in trying to take the money that was there in my salaries, that was a deficit between what the chief deputy was making and Randy and Brandon. It came out, we had just a little over $8,000 that I could take and distribute between the salaries in my offices. I went into, you referred me to the review board, the personnel board, which I went to on June the 19th and talked with about this situation. Thank you for what you all have just done as far as setting up the salaries for Hathaway, Parker, Hall, and Lisa Lasker. Just so you all know, you're talking about a breakdown of $1.75 to $27.25 a month is the major money you're talking about. Lisa's was $21. Of course, go up a little bit higher with Brandon's and then so forth. But what I wanted to speak to you about now is my ground crew, my guys that are out here every day, every night, putting their lives on the line. What you have in front of you is a proposal that I have readjusted, the salaries and so forth, just as Mr. Chappell asked me to do. And I actually come up with more money this time than I did the first time that's left over. What I'm asking you all to consider doing, gentlemen, again, I'm not asking for anything from the board as far as money. All I'm asking for is a readjustment of this money throughout my entire staff. I was told that it's nothing more than just a strokes of a computer key. Is all it is. I understand that things are tight, but we're talking about money that's already budgeted, that's already there. I'm looking at giving a 1 to a 2% raise to my officers. You're talking less than one officer, you're talking $317, you're talking $298 for another one, you're talking $313 for another one. You break that down, so you're talking about $24 to $26 to $27 a month difference, fellas. That's all we're looking at. I'm not asking for anything, and if you take that down and break that down, as you see there, the last little bit, I'm asking maybe consider giving it to me. I've worked hard as sheriff, and I don't very seldom do I come in and ask a whole lot for myself. The last pay raise that I received, as I think you all have heard me preach this before, was when Marshall Langston was on the Board of Commissioners.
Whoa.
That's the last time that anybody came and said, Sheriff, this is for doing a good job, thank you. Other than the cost of living raise, which I greatly appreciate. As I said, all I'm asking you to do is consider taking this money and breaking it down and distributing it amongst my officers. These guys get out here and work hard. If you don't believe what they do, all you got to do is look at the newspaper today, the News Herald. 20-some break-ins solved. Last week, when everybody was on the 4th of July holiday, everybody, I hope, had a good chance to enjoy your holiday. My guys were at work working, serving the search warrant. We're crawling underneath the house recovering stolen property. We've recovered over $20,000 worth of stolen property. We saw 5 break-ins in the city of Suffolk. We've got 3 stolen cars out of the city of Suffolk. We saw the break-in in Showan County, and they didn't even know that it occurred. And we saw 13 break-ins here in our county. Our citizens that have been coming back and getting that property are more than appreciative for everything we've done. All I'm asking you to do is show my guys how much you appreciate it. That's what I'm coming to you for. They get out here, we work, we do everything, we do what we can. Can we solve everybody's problems? No. No. Can we solve every need? No. But at least I like to be able to sit there and say that I try to give my best to my guys. You heard earlier about the car deal. Real simple in the car deal. We ordered a car. Got the car in, everything, got ready to get it. Went to Toby and Sandy tried to get the money. We had a $309,000 hiccup. That's it. I was told I couldn't get the money to buy my car. My car was sold. It was sold. We turned around, and I was told later on that I got my money back, that I could go ahead and order my car, which I did. My car came in. It was paid for, as Sandy said. I very much appreciate it. $23,084. But on June the 5th, I just happened to come in here because somebody had told me, and I had $5,000 some odd dollars left that I was going to use to put the blue lights on. Y'all had a limit for you to take that away from you then. So I didn't have any money to put blue lights, stripes, or anything on my car. As I said, I had a car sitting in South Carolina. It was no good to me. June 30th, after that day, on June 5th, you all made an amendment. You all allowed me to get that money back in my budget to pay for my car. Now my car is being processed and so forth down there in South Carolina and a couple of the parts, and I don't blame the folks. They wouldn't order anything for me for my car until they made sure they had the money to make sure it was in hand, which is just good business. But as I hope now, within the next week or so, as I got today, I'm going down in this week to get the radios and stuff straight. Hopefully I'll have that car within the next week and a half. And as Ray said, he's the one that has to put his name and his life out there on that car. I tried to give him the best I can, but that car is one of the ones that's wore down. He knows about riding school buses. You ride school buses to a point where they become unsafe. And that's what he had to do when he had to buy a few buses to put in there. He hates spending taxpayers' money, but unfortunately that's a little bit from the state and a little bit from the county too. But anyway, what I have before you fellas is just a simple proposal where I'm not asking the taxpayers to pay any extra money. I'm just taking the money that's in my budget and distributing it amongst my officers. I'm going all the way from top to bottom. And at the end of it, I'm asking a little bit for myself. That's what I'm asking for. And as I said, it's been some time since I've gotten any type of raise. Another department head, what I understand is another department head this year did the exact same thing. There was no questions asked. They went right in, no problem. And I was told that by the department head. There's pay raises given. Department heads get the raises. We just seem to be left out sometimes. Yes, you all did something for us a couple of years back. But again, you took care of the deputies, but you didn't give anything to my ranking staff. You didn't give anything to me, you didn't give anything to the chief deputy, you didn't give anything to my secretary. This time, thank you for what you've done. You've looked after my ranking staff, except for me. Now I'm asking you to look at this, and if you have any questions, I'll be glad to break it down for you.
Sheriff, I asked this question, but I do understand, and I know this to be a fact that we do have certain officers that work only at night.
Yes, sir.
In most organizations, there are shift differentials.
Yes, sir, there is.
And I just asked, and I have asked this question, that we address this issue because I do not think that that is really fair. And what is incremental dollars, I don't know. But that is normal practice.
Yes,
Maybe not in government, but it's normal practice anywhere when people are sacrificing their life and their time and abnormal hours. Now, there are some people that love those hours, but most people do not. That is not the norm.
Yes.
And I would like to see that within anything that we do, that there are something addressed to that issue.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
if that's a redistribution of this,
Yes, sir.
so
I will be glad to do whatever I can with that. Let me just put this too, that part of that was due to the fact that we were shorthanded. And I have since then filled positions. And we've got some people that are certified, that don't have to worry about sending to school, that are already out here working. And so once I get them trained and get them competent out on the street, we plan on trying to rotate the shifts on. I'm looking at trying to get where we, have people working day shift, and have a day shift, a mid shift, and a night shift. Trying to cover the county 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Right now it's kind of tough because of vacation, you understand that. So yes, sir, I do appreciate it. I do know that the city of Norfolk and different places like that, other counties and so forth, make the adjustment for somebody that's working night shift.
well, even if we make the rotation, it still
Yes, sir.
should be an incremental part of that you get it this week, I get it next week, if
Yes,
you
sir.
do that.
I would totally agree with that. Totally agree with that, yes, sir.
I would like for us to do anything that we do that we be in support of those situations. I mean, these are people that they are sacrificing their life. I'm not going to evaluate anybody what they do, but I do know one thing: if you strap the gun on your side, there's somebody out there that wants to look back at you with one too.
Yes.
And I appreciate that fact. And I appreciate what you do and the rest of the deputies. Sometimes we complain about things that aren't done, and it's easy to do that. We're all human, we're not perfect. But, if we have the motivation and the desire to get better, we will get better.
County commissioners kind of like being a sheriff. Nobody ever comes to me and goes, they got something to complain about. This, on the front page of the paper, I can sit back and tell you my guys work hard. I was out there with them. Yeah, we got your golf, perfect. But anyway, that's all I'm asking for you gentlemen, is just complete. As again, the big thing on this is Kenny, Jack, John, Mr. Jordan, no, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Graham, is I'm not asking for any more money. I'm just asking this to be moved around a little bit. And as I was told, as I said again, just a couple of strokes with the key on the computer is all I'm asking for.
Mr. Chairman, I'm prepared to make a motion that we authorize the sheriff to reappropriate these funds to give away.
Would you add that one statement?
Sure.
Made into it?
Can we have a little discussion first? Make sure everybody got some input on this. We discussed this in the personnel board, and we come to a deadlock and decided to let the commission make the decision. Whatever, all the commission people be input. Kenny?
Is the money there?
No.
That's my question, Ms. Sandy.
He said
There
no.
were funds remaining at the end of 11-12, and we did the budget for 12-13. The sheriff provided us with the salaries that he had planned to put his guys and ladies in. We budgeted accordingly. The increases that you all provided tonight were already budgeted. I sat down and did a chart showing what we budgeted and what the proposed changes were that you all have approved tonight. The 12-13 budget, there were only $822 remaining with those changes. There were funds left over in 11-12 because there were vacancies for several months. There were some guys that were moved around, some lesser salaries, but all that had been taken into account for the 12-13 budget. So for this year, there were no extra funds there.
So what was the favorable balance in 11-12?
$8,000.
$16,000.
So this was the favorable balance from last year?
$16,000.
16.
Actually, I
So it's better than I
apologize, 10,
thought.
because 16 was to cover Ray Freeman's salary, so it's actually not 10.
So we had $10,000 favorable from last year.
Right, because
I
of the
had figured out
vacancies.
$8,212 broke down respectively, gentlemen.
And that rolled in the fund balance. Okay?
And the only reason I came before you then was when I was told to come here on the 5th, and I was told to meet y'all on the 19th, and I was told on the 19th to come back on the 16th, and that's why I'm here tonight, gentlemen.
The only other thing that I need to look at is to make sure there were no other shortfalls within his departmental budget that was used to cover. I have not finalized numbers, we still have
Just
final
give him
bills
the
coming in
money.
for year end. I don't know what the overall budget was at the end of the year. Some of those funds may have been needed to cover other shortfalls.
So on June 30th, we had $16,000 favorable balance.
No.
Those are not final numbers for the year. We had 16 in that line. I know there were $6,000 or $7,000 short in the part-time salaries line. I'm not sure what other
So the
shortfalls
total
there are.
department budget was
Didn't have a
favorable.
part-time
I don't
salary.
know.
No, that's what she's
Ray Freeman
saying.
is a
She's
part-time
not done with the
employee.
numbers yet.
Right, so the numbers are not final yet. I'm not saying that there's no money there. I'm saying I don't have final numbers for you to tell you that.
Well, just kind
It's
of
ridiculous.
brings about the point about refinancing. You know, we're willing to go into the fund balance, and add another $78,000 a year, pay off a loan a little earlier. But yet, if we have to go in for $8,000 for the sheriff, who's out here day-to-day working, you got some hesitation.
That was fastest, guys.
The thing about it is, you know, we need to move forward on this, go ahead and put it there. You can't do it.
All right, Jackie, you got any input on this? All right. If no other input, any motions to be made? Go ahead, no, he said he would be ready to make one.
I'll make a motion that we authorize the sheriff to, make the pay increases that he has recommended based on his ability to, reshuffle money in his budget, or if it's not in the budget, then it would come from fund balance.
Second.
All right, we've got a motion and a second on the floor. All in favor, say aye.